Morning everyone. For a number of years now I've been making full-length cycle ride videos using my GoPro Hero 4, it's a Hero 4 silver action cam, and it's worked out really well. It's a really good camera. I know it's a few years old now, but there's no reason why I'd want to upgrade really, because it is good. It produces good videos, but the problem I've been having is the audio. I mean, back in the day, I didn't bother with the audio on the videos. I just recorded the cycle ride as it was, and sometimes I even stuck music on top, which didn't go down very well with my followers, so I stopped doing that. But recently, I've just got into the habit of chatting as I go along, which may be a good thing, may not be a good thing, but you can always turn the audio off. But I wanted to improve the quality of the audio, because it's not been very good so far, even though the videos are absolutely stunning, of beautiful Yorkshire countryside, with me cycling, ideal for, you know, if you're doing some indoor exercise and you want something to watch while you do it. My bike ride videos are perfect, or if you're at the gym or whatever. But I wanted to get better audio quality for those who actually might want to listen to the soundtrack, might actually want to listen to me commentating as I go along, pointing out bits and pieces, interesting history and what have you. Up until last week, I'd been relying on the GoPro's internal microphone, which really isn't that bad. It's not terrible. Even though I had the original GoPro waterproof housing, this is not it, because it broke after many years of use, and seemed to be able to bypass that and get in somehow. It didn't interfere with the internal microphone, even though it was covering it up. And that is a beautiful view ahead that I took a photo of last year and used it as my screensaver, because it's gorgeous. But when it broke, the hinge at the back broke there and it's unusable, so I sent off for a replica, a Chinese replica, which to all intents and purposes looked fantastic, but it was actually covering up the internal microphone, which is there next to that button on the GoPro. So the result was a really muffled audio when I cycled along, and even though the video is wonderful, the audio on the Denby Dale video that I made isn't that fantastic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we did the corn laws in history at school, but oh, and also the new housing broke halfway through. There's this clip here at the top which is very stiff and it can break off. The same thing happened on the original GoPro part, and I found a metal replacement on YouTube which has been absolutely brilliant, and so when the other housing broke I thought I'd take that off and keep it in case the new housing broke. Now this housing you can see here is not actually the waterproof case, it's another one I bought off YouTube, and it's a skeleton housing, which means it's not waterproof, it's got a few holes in it. It looks just like the waterproof one, but it isn't. There's actually a little hole there which exposes the GoPro internal microphone, and it also exposes the power slot, the mini USB slot, and the mini SD card slot there, so you can plug things in and out. You can change your SD card. The only problem is if you want to change the battery, which I have to do 3 times ish on my bike rides, because they're quite long, is you have to take it all out of here. Ugh. And there's the Hero, and you have to take the battery out of there. I manage that, no problem. And if that bit is the weakest bit on all these housings, but I've always got the metal one to replace it with if needs be. Anyway, oh, and this, if you wondered, it's a chest strap that I wear it on my chest when I'm recording. If you wonder what all the pink is, it's to stop the camera, stop the plastic bits on the camera rattling as I go along. And you'll notice there's a bit of rattling on the earlier YouTube video. And that's why. And it was one of my followers on YouTube who suggested just covering it up with a bit of sticky stuff, and so I use this pink tape, and it's worked a treat. It doesn't rattle anymore. Spot on. Anyway, what I wanted was better audio, so I thought now that I've got the skeleton housing, I can actually plug in an external mini microphone. So I thought, well, what shall I get? And I got a mini microphone off Amazon. Right, this is the mini microphone I got off Amazon. It was really cheap. It was about £6, and it also included an adapter, so you can either plug it into your smartphone or stick that on there, and you can plug it into the mini USB slot on the GoPro camera. Problem with this is there was nothing to secure the microphone. It wiggles all over the place, and so I was getting an awful lot of interference. I used it for the first time this week on the video I made going up onto the moors above Fountains Abbey. It has broken after many years of use. Onto the big chain ring we go. Hello, sheep. Oh yes. And then we'll begin to obviously lose the moorland, and we hit agricultural land, fields and things. And I was comparing using this mini mic with using the GoPro internal mic, and on both of them I had to do a bit of editing on the video editing software I use. I use PowerDirector 365. Also, this cheap one has a little plastic clip that keeps slipping off, so it's not perfect. So that's the mini microphone, which is rubbish, gonna bin. But it came with this, which I'm going to keep. It's the TRS adapter. This is TRS. Can you see it's got 2 little circles on there? I'm not techie, but it's called TRS, and it goes into there, then it goes into the GoPro camera. So I thought, what should I do? And my husband said, why don't you try a Rode mini microphone? They're the best, really, that you can get on mini microphones. And let me just add here, this is not a sponsored ad, I'm not promoting it, I'm not getting paid. This is completely independent. So I thought, well, I'll send off for a Rode mini microphone, but it was quite surprised at the cost. It was around about just under £50, which is quite a lot. So I thought, is it worth it? But then I thought, I've been wasting money on cheap stuff that I've had to then throw away. It's better to just go the whole hog and buy the quality first time. So I sent off for the Rode SmartLav Plus. It's a lavalier mini microphone for smartphones. It says it's for smartphones, and it works really, really well on my smartphone. You get a brilliant quality. But of course, what I wanted it for was for the GoPro 4. So would it work with the GoPro 4? Well, initially, no, it didn't work. And the reason for that is that, if you can see, this is the road. It's got roads written on there. It's got 3 little black circles, and that means it's a TRRS connector, which is not the same as a TRS connector, which only has 2. Can you see the difference? So this works with my smartphone, but it didn't work with the GoPro when I attached the adapter that came with a cheap and nasty microphone. It didn't work. I thought, oh no, I've wasted 50 quid. But then I googled a bit further and I found out that Rode actually produce an adapter which allows you to, well, I'll show you what it does in a minute. And this was another 10 quid off Amazon. So far I was going on for 60 quid on all this. That's an SC3 adapter. And this is what you get for 10 quid. Can you see it's got the two little circles there, can you see? So what you do is you get your Rode mini microphone and you plug it into the Rode adapter, come like that, and then you plug it into this adapter, plug straight into the GoPro. It's not in its housing here, but you can see it plugs in like that, and it works. It's brilliant, it works. So yesterday I thought, well, I'll do a bike ride video and fingers crossed it'll work, and it'll be really good audio and will not only be good quality, but it'll require minimal editing, because I don't want to spend ages in front of a computer editing all the little video clips that you get when you transfer the SD card stuff onto your computer. Also, with the Rode, I'll just show you. This is a cheap and nasty microphone from Amazon, and this is the Rode. You see the difference? This has got a massive windshield thing, and this has got a tiny windshield thing, and also it's really strong. It has a metal device here that you sort of loop the cable around to stop it hitting the microphone and creating interference. And the clip is a really strong metal clip, crocodile clip, that stays put. I mean, I've been clipping it onto the actual harness, the chest harness that I have my camera on, and that worked really well yesterday. And well, it wasn't any hassle either, because you just clip it on and then you plug it in, and all the excess cable I just stuffed down the front. The only problem was when it came to uploading all the clips from the GoPro camera onto my computer, I did have to edit the wind out of the audio clips. It might be wind, it might be road noise, that it had a sort of rumble in the background, and I'll play you a clip, a before and after clip now. Keeping my brakes covered. I don't like to go too fast down here because you don't know what's around the corner. Keeping my brakes covered. I don't like to go too fast down here because you don't know what's around the corner. So what I did, I just went into the Power Director wind removal and just messed around with that until I got the sound I wanted, and that's the sound I use for each of the clips then, and it works really well. I mean, ideally want to not have to do any editing apart from just stringing the clips together and, hey presto, uploading it to YouTube. So the question is, was it worth it, the 60 quid for the Rode microphone and the adapter? And I say yes, because my mission is to improve the audio, and I think that's the only way you can improve the audio. So yes, a big thumbs up for the Rode microphone on videos where you're out and about, whether it's walking or cycling or any sort of outside action activity that you're filming. So thanks for watching.